Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma. And getting towards the end of January when I'm doing this, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in our industry, especially as it relates to commissions. Now, I've been a realtor now I'm now in my 35th year, and I am a part of what's called the three-way agreement, which means that I'm a member of the National Association of Realtors, I'm a member of the Oklahoma Association of Realtors, and I'm a member of the Oklahoma City Board. So you have to be involved in all three of these in order to have access to the MLS system. And that's been a problem in the past because there's a lot of dues that are being paid, and these dues keep going up, and people are wondering, is this something I really think is a good idea? But recently, two things have happened. First of all, NAR was hit with a sexual harassment scandal. The president had to resign, and the second president had to resign. The CEO was kind of given a way out a little bit later, and so there were those problems going along at the same time with commission lawsuits, one which multi-billion-dollar one, they lost in Missouri. There's 8 more of them out there right now that NAR is going to have to fight or appeal. So there's a real problem here. So that's being said, here's the deal. As long as I've been in this business, if I want to list a property, and I don't list properties, but if I used to, if I want to list a property in the MLS, I have to show compensation to the buyer's agent. In other words, I'm listing the seller, I'm getting a commission for my business, but I've got to show something for the buyer. Now, in defense, I guess, of the industry, commissions are negotiable. They're not always this high commission that they're really talking about, but it has to show something, and it can be even zero. But that is the whole point of kind of a restraint of trade idea. And it's going to change in some particular way. I don't know how at this point, but it is definitely going to change. So that is the normal way. You want to buy somebody's home, they show a compensation, I take you out there, I get part of the commission, the seller pays for both of them. Now, one thing that may happen, may not change the commissions, it just means that you're going to be paying directly to a buyer's agent, and the seller's agent is going to be doing the same thing. So we don't know how this is going to come out, but this leads me to talk about the way that I work, okay? Because I only do investment property only, and rarely do I ever go into the MLS because I deal in new construction. Most of my investors are in California, Washington State, out of the country, New York, whatever. They're not from Oklahoma. They're maybe 1,600, maybe even more than that if they're out of the country. And so they want something that's brand new, that's never been used, has warranties, cuts down on maintenance. So I work directly with the builders. So I negotiate my fee with the builder, and that is the only fee, because if it's a large builder, they have their own people. It's all in-house. They don't use a realtor. If they do use a realtor, it's just somebody who gets a couple of bucks to put it into the MLS. That's the way that works. But in my case, the only person that really gets paid is me, and so it is limited. So it's typically about half of what the normal commission is in a situation, and that's one of the ways that these builders want to deal with me, want to deal with you as an investor. This is the advantage of this kind of a system. So I am not a traditional realtor, but those that are going to have some big issues coming up in the next few years, and it's going to be because of these lawsuits. That is not the way that I work.